Hi pals, my name is Emerson and it is week 3 of Anal August. Last week Jackie talked about hygiene, so if you haven't seen that video, you should go check it out now. This week I'm going to be talking about all things lubricant with anal play. There are 4 main kinds of lube: water-based, silicone, hybrid, and oil-based. And I'm going to break down each lube into what they are and what they work best for, starting with water-based. Water-based lubricant is exactly what it sounds like, and since we are mostly made of water, we tend to absorb it fairly quickly. There are also flavored options for water-based lubricants. Just make sure that they are flavored with body-safe ingredients, which means no sugar included. Water-based is excellent for rimming, especially for adding an extra flavor to your play. It also pairs well with a bullet if you're using one externally around the anal sphincter during foreplay. Water-based works great. Some of our favorites include Liquid Sassy, which looks like this. It's a thicker formula, which makes for easier application. And then if you're choosing a flavored option, the Aloe Cadabra line has a ton of flavors to choose from, and they're all using stevia, not sugar, so they are body safe. The Peppermint Tingle is a staff favorite, not only for its minty taste, but the peppermint oil has a slightly cooling effect as well. Moving on, silicone lubricant is a great hypoallergenic option. The molecules are too big to be absorbed, so it just sits on the surface and creates a protective barrier between your sensitive areas and what is being used for penetration. Because of this, silicone is a long-lasting lube and requires far less applications than its other kinds. It is tasteless, odorless, and is safe for all barriers and all body parts. However, silicone can't be used with silicone toys unless you're putting a condom onto the toy. The molecules want to bind back together, so it creates tiny, tiny holes and makes your toy porous and therefore renders it not body safe. It can also stain certain fabrics, so that is something you want to keep in mind when you're setting up for your scene. One of our favorites at the store is Uberlube. Uberlube comes in a very nice glass bottle, but it also has a pump top, which makes it so much easier to get lube in the midst of play. Hybrid lubricants in this context means a combination of silicone and water. These lubes have a higher ratio of water, meaning it still absorbs into our skin, but it lasts longer due to the small amount of silicone present, and it leaves it a toy-safe lubricant. Hybrid lubes are a bit thicker in consistency, which means easier application, and they're typically odorless, and they work for all body parts and toys. It's the best of both worlds between a water-based lube and a silicone lube. They're a very similar formula, the two that we carry in store, which is the Ride and the Liquid Silk. The Silk has some botanical ingredients that are not present in the Ride, but it really just goes to personal preference. Lastly, we're going to discuss oil-based lubricants. Coconut oil is an excellent example. It is naturally flavored, it's easy to find, and it's antimicrobial, which means that it helps keep good bacteria present while getting rid of harmful bacteria in your body. We suggest using coconut oil for fingering because of how versatile it is. It is important to note that oil and condoms do not mix, so if you're wanting to use a barrier during play and an oil-based lubricant, make sure it's gloves or something that will not be broken down by oil. The one that we really like is made by Coconut. Looks like this. You could also just go with a plain coconut oil that you can get in any grocery store. Now, once you've picked what kind of lube to use for your encounter, you might want to add a lube shooter into the mix. Typically, a lube shooter is a narrow tube used to inject lube in areas that are a little bit harder to reach, like your anal canal. You can usually buy them in multi-packs and use them with any style of lubricant. Something that we get a lot of requests for in the store are products like Anal Ease or similar numbing agents. We don't carry these products for several reasons. The ingredients in them are typically not safe to be absorbed into your body, in addition to removing your body's biofeedback. When you can't feel discomfort or pain during play, it's more likely to take things too quickly and injure yourself or your partner. It's better to take things slow, use lots of lube, and listen to your body. Well, thank you for joining me on this lubrication adventure. Stay tuned next week. Victor is going to be talking about prostate play. Thanks. Have a good day.